Yes, sir. I am about a year early, but I'm doing WrestleMania 43 predictions. This one's going to be tough, but stay with me. Let's go. Talk about the Women's Championship, specifically the one that Rhea Ripley holds. I believe at WrestleMania 43, we're going to be getting the climax to the Rhea Ripley and Io Sky storyline. I believe that Rhea Ripley, she may not hold it all the way till, she may lose it and gain it back, but I believe going into 43, she'll have the belt because she's the most popular woman by far on the roster, and she'll be going against Io Sky, not far behind her in popularity. It's going to be an amazing match. We've already seen it before, and I believe that this match just has to happen because we need to eventually have Rhea Ripley finally win. And personally, I would like to see Io Sky turn heel on the road to the match, maybe. This way it's not just two baby faces that love each other going into it, you know what I mean? I'd like to see sort of a blood feud, and Rhea Ripley can finally overcome the odds and beat Io Sky. Alright, here's another heavy hitter. Now, I'm gonna do a slash. Now, this is gonna count as one prediction, so stay with me, but I believe personally it's gonna be Roman versus Seth Rollins. Because we were gonna get this match at WrestleMania 42. Seth Rollins had to do the coast-to-coast shoulder first and mess up his shoulder for 6 months, so we didn't get it at 42. But I believe they're going to give it to us at 43. The only way I think this match is not going to happen is A, Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns get hurt, or B, my slash prediction, they end up doing Rock versus Roman because it is heavily announced that the Saudi's going to want big superstars. It doesn't get much better than the final boss. It's going to be Bloodline Rules. Mama Rhodes, look at you now. The Rock, you know what I mean? And also, in the past, we've seen them want to bring back legends just for these shows, and it's WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year. So, I mean, they're going to be pulling out all the stops if they can get Rock on the show. There's no doubt about it. He's going to be doing the match against Roman, and then he could go away right away in the sunset for all I care. The only other match I'd like to see him in is against Cody Rhodes, but that's off topic. That's my second match. I also forgot to mention, WrestleMania 42 had 13 matches. I'm just going to go up to 14 matches. Up a throwaway feud here because you got to get Mr. Saudi on the card himself, Sami Zayn. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing this time around the year next year, so I'm just going to throw him in a match with Chad Gable because Chad Gable, obviously, is Mr. El Grande Americano. I believe he's going to lose the match because Ludwig Kaiser's is way more popular in Mexico. He's going to lose the match, come back with the Alpha Academy, and just do some heel stuff. Sami's going to be a babyface going into this. I mean, he's going to be a heel now, but maybe if they just want to have a non-canon babyface Sami Zayn because they're going to be cheering the hell out of him because they love him in that area, you could do this match. Not too fond of it, but I really can't find anything else for Sami Zayn to do. Up another just thrown-in match, but it's just two talented competitors. We got Stephanie Vaquer and we got Sol Ruca. Amazing competitors. I wanted to see if I could put Sol Ruca in a match for one of the SmackDown belts, but she's on Raw now, as we all see. So, I mean, this match would be arguing for the match of the night, you know what I mean? Two amazing in-ring competitors. Again, really don't know where their direction is going to be like in a year, but I think Stephanie's probably going to get out of the title picture, and Sol Ruca is going to need a big match in her WrestleMania debut, which I believe you got to put her on the card, right? It makes the most amount of sense. Oh man, here we go. As we saw at WrestleMania 42, WWE is not shy to bring in celebrities in for WrestleMania season. It's always been a thing since WrestleMania 1, but it was a little hectic last year. So here's one of my celebrities involved in a match. I got Logan Paul going against Bad Bunny. This match was rumored to happen in the past, but I believe this is going to happen. I believe Logan Paul is going to be grappling around with a couple celebrities, you know what I mean? I believe, personally, Logan Paul is going to be going in a one-on-one match against Speed at SummerSlam. And then here at WrestleMania, I got Bad Bunny making his WWE return, and I think this would be an amazing and just super fun 7-8 minute match. You can have weapons, you can have top rope dives, you can have whatever you want, and I think this match will happen at WrestleMania 43. All right, hear me out. This is one of those, what the hell are you talking about? Saudi does love having legends at WrestleMania, at any show, but especially WrestleMania. I believe that we're going to be seeing Naomi possibly return, you know what I mean? I believe she's probably ready to burst any minute now, and this is a year on from now, so she'll have, you know what I mean, time to get right and shit. Who knows if she will be returning by then, but we'll see. But anyways, I believe she'll be back by then. I believe for whatever reason she'll be teaming with Jade Cargill, and I believe we'll be getting two legends on the other side, Lita and Trish Stratus. Saudi loves their legends. I don't really know what Jade and Naomi is going to be doing, if Naomi's even going to be back, but this is just a nice little throwaway tag team match. Give him 9 minutes, have a little quick match, you know what I mean? Have a nostalgic legend pop, and then put over the newer faces there in Jade Cargill and Naomi. And I'm excited for it. Jacob Fatu versus Gunther in a Saudi street fight. Now, what's WrestleMania without a name of the territory street fight, you know what I mean? For example, they had the Vegas street fight in WrestleMania 41, you know what I mean? SummerSlam street fight at SummerSlam 2025. They're going to have one of these street fights, and I think Jacob Fatu, he needs to go up against Gunther, you know what I mean? I think Gunther should kind of ease out of this career killer thing, because there's so many careers he can kill at the end of the day, and this would be a great match for the both of them. And I would love to freaking see this match. This match would be lit, man. Alright, we got a little bit of triple threat tag team action here. No idea how this match is going to happen, but let's predict it anyways. We got the Street Profits, newly returned. We got the Usos, and we got the Lucha Bros, Penta and Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix is doing enough in catering. He needs to get back out on there. Somehow get his way onto Raw with the other tag teams. And why not throw the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line? This match would burn. Give them 12 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes. Give them enough time. Let them do crazy spots. Throw tables in there if you want to. Throw whatever you need in there. Match would be absolutely phenomenal. Alright, I have no direction for these two women as well, but I'm going to do it anyways for the Intercontinental Championship. Not saying she's going to hold it till then, but I got Becky Lynch coming in as the champion, and I got Bayley going against her. You know what I mean? We haven't seen these two horsewomen collide too much. You know what I mean? We've seen the Becky versus Charlotte stuff. We've seen, you know, Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. We've seen Sasha versus Bayley. We haven't really seen this one. This one would be amazing. We would love to see, and yes, I say we as a community would love to see Bayley get put over here. She gets done dirty more than anybody else on the roster. Have her split up with Lyra if you want, or they could still just be friends, but her go for this belt, and Bayley would whoop Becky's ass, and the match would be fire. Right, here's one of my co-main events for one of the nights. I don't know. Depends on what The Rock's doing. But anyways, for the World Heavyweight Championship, I believe Mr. Oba is going to be beating Roman Reigns at SummerSlam 2026 for the belt, and he will be bringing it into WrestleMania in 2027, WrestleMania 43, going against Braun Breaker. This match would break physics, you know what I mean? Two big men slapping man meat. But at the end of the day, bigger than all that, it's just the fight for who the future of the company is, you know what I mean? More than the World Heavyweight Championship, it's who's the future of the company. Braun Breaker, Oba Femi. Match would be fire. Promos into it would be fire. Physicality would be amazing. But I mean, this is just the match of the future. I would love to see this at WrestleMania 43. I don't know if it would be happening, but this is a dream match in my opinion. Next up, we got the end of Rey Mysterio's career. I got Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio in a career versus hair match where Dominic would obviously win. Rey Mysterio finally retire. It would be a great match, and I feel like there was rumors about Gunther retiring Rey Mysterio. The only person that can retire Rey Mysterio has to be Dom. Don't overthink it. Yes, it would be expected by a lot of us, but just don't overthink it. It would get Dom even more heat than he already has, and it would be a cool match, you know what I mean? You don't got to give them, no, it's Rey's last match, you know, give him 15, 20 minutes, you know, give him time to shine, and just let them go out there, do their own thing, give them special entrances. It would be a fire match, though, for sure. One's a blood feud. You could do another Saudi street fight. You could do a last woman standing match. Whatever you need to do. Charlexa's finally broken up in my universe right here. We got Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss. Now, in my universe, in my logical way of thinking things, I'm going to turn Alexa Bliss heel. I'm not going to do the predictable thing, have Charlotte Flair turn heel. I'm going to have Alexa Bliss turn heel. Now, the only way this can backfire, which I think it probably would, is that people would end up cheering Alexa Bliss over Charlotte Flair, because it's sort of cool now as a wrestling fan to cheer the heel and boo the face. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's going to be in Saudi Arabia, so maybe the crowd will be a little different than the American crowds. But I think that's what you got to do. You got to have Lexi go over Charlotte, of course, have her turn heel, you know what I mean? Have her turn heel on the road to the match, have her turn heel mid-match if they're just having a respectable match in the beginning, then she low blows or turns heel, whatever you need to do. But this match needs to happen. They need to finally break up and go into the singles division, because that tag team division is pretty stacked, doesn't need them anymore. They already elevated it. Get out and help the much needed U.S. title division and both women's championship divisions, really, because it's not really divisions. It's usually just 3 people rotating in and out. But that would be a fire match. Next up, I don't know how this would happen, but we have Trick Williams versus Javon Evans versus Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. Championship. I don't know if all these guys are going to even be involved in the title picture. Javon, for sake, isn't even in the title picture. He's in the IC Championship picture. He's not even on SmackDown, but I mean, just make it happen. We already need to see Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams, but by this point, we should have already seen it by now, so why not add Javon Evans in there for a little bit more flair, a little bit more bounciness, you know what I'm saying? It would be a fire match. They need to make this happen this next upcoming WrestleMania. Roxanne Perez versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Liv Morgan, split up of the Judgment Day for the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw's side. This would be an amazing match. If you haven't already, personally, I would have Raquel go over, just being dominant as hell. You know what I mean? But I mean, at this point, Liv would have to lose. It could be to either Raquel or Roxanne. I would prefer Raquel winning it, just because she's been working for so hard, and you know what I mean. Roxanne's younger than me. She's like 22 years old. She's got 15 years left in her career. She'll be fine. You know what I mean? Raquel would dominant. You know what I mean? And even have Raquel look dominant like Roman Reigns. Have her double stack them two on top of each other. You don't got to do it the same way, but just have her double power bomb. You know what I mean? She's got to look like an animal going into the match, and she's got to win the match. And I think this would be very, very good to see, because we've been seeing the Judgment Day for like 5 years at this point. They either got to split it up or just add new members and do what they usually do, but I think it's just about time. Well, I'm ending this video with, I guess, a sort of predictable main event here. Probably, like I said, depending on the Rock status, this one would probably be night 2. We got Punk versus Rhodes. Now, I've been saying this for a while. The last babyface feud I needed to see Cody Rhodes in was the Randy Orton one. I was totally against Cody Rhodes turning heel, just because we were hinting at Randy Orton looking at his belt. So I was like, he's got to be the one to turn heel. But obviously by now this feud should be long gone. You're not going to be able to stretch it out another year and get more matches out of it. Probably culminate at SummerSlam, if not a little bit after that. But it's going to be all over, you know what I mean? And in this feud, one of them's got to be heel. You could do the traditional thing where you have somebody low blow Cody Rhodes on the road to WrestleMania, and it'd be Punk, obviously, and have him turn heel. But I don't know, man. I think at this point, you know, you just pull the trigger on it. Or you could have Punk turn on Cody, and then the following year go into Reigns versus Rhodes Part 3, the trilogy finale, and have Rhodes coming as the heel, because you got to think, they did 2 matches already between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. You're going to have to do the trilogy, and you can't have it be the same thing from 39 to 40 to 44 at this point. You can't have Roman as the heel, Cody as a face, Roman as the heel, Cody as a face. You're going to have to flip the dynamics eventually to make it interesting. Although I'd be interested if you kept the same dynamics, but you know how WWE thinks. They're going to have to overcomplicate it and change everything up. But in the end, I believe that Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk will be the main event of either Night 1 or Night 2 of WrestleMania 43. You guys let me know how you guys thought about my predictions here. They're probably going to be a lot off. I will try to make a comparison closer on, obviously, deeper into 2027. So next year to see how far off my predictions were. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video.